Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. As always, thanks for your support. So today we are going to do some simple ephemera with these coin envelopes that I got from the Dollar Tree. Let's get started. So as you can see here, I've already done some pre-work to keep the video moving along. So this is a digital, and it's a hair short. It's a little bit short of 10 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4. So 10 3/4, a little short, 3 3/4, and I simply folded it in half. And as you can see here, I have punched out some holes, and I'm going to set this aside for a minute. So I cut down the coin envelopes, and I cut them down to 4 1/4. I didn't cut the sides, I just cut let me pull out one so you can see what I did here. So this is the full coin purse, and you can see here what I cut off. All right, so the flap and a little bit more, and that comes out to 4 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and everything else is kept intact, and I did that twice. All right. So what we're going to do is just something very simple, and it'll be an accordion holder. I'm using a snail glue, and I'm going to just move this down the middle. Here's my opening here, and I'm making sure that my opening for the second envelope is in the same direction. And I just want to get a little bit more glue down here. Okay. Next, I want to make sure again that my opening is in the same direction as this opening, or we won't have an accordion pocket. So I'm just going to glue this in the center as best as I can. So I'm going to glue the envelope. Okay, pull that out, and I'm going to try to hit the center, and I'm going to not go right directly on top of the fold, but just ever so slightly above it. And that's about centered. And I want to repeat that on this side. Okay, and then we have our little accordion. And we can put some journaling cards in there. So I have some little postcards that can fit in there. Another postcard can fit in there. And I'm going to close this up. And that is our first project. So it's a simple, very simple project. And that's the goal of today, to just keep things simple. I'm going to set this aside and we'll move on to the next project. The next coin envelope project, I thought I'd, again, keep it very simple. And I cut out some book pages, and again, as you can see here, I've already done pre-work to keep the video moving along. Let me give you the measurements in case you want to do what I did here. So this is 5 inches, and it is the same dimensions this way as the coin purse, which is a little over 3 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then I simply folded it in half, and I did that twice. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to create some pockets. So I'm just going to glue down 3 sides. Well, I also have to make sure that I glue things shut this way. All right, so I doubled the paper because the book pages, you know, when they're old, they fall apart a little bit quicker, so I doubled the pages by folding it over. Okay, and I'm just going to create a pocket here. And I'm going to repeat that on the, just going to repeat that on the other side. And then you can decorate this any way you wish. I have a cutout here of a specimen, a die cut, so I'm going to put that down. And a label. I'm just going to add some labels on the other side. And I have some things to add inside my pockets here. And of course, you can always add things inside the envelope. Okay, very simple. And let's go to the next very simple ephemera project using coin envelopes. With this one, I'm just keeping it very simple. If you have a favorite digital, cut it down to whatever size you like, and you'll just stick it right onto the top of the envelope. And as you can see, I've already done some distressing to keep the video moving along. And I have a little label. And I've created a little notepad. So I just, the notepad is very, let me give you the dimensions in case you want it. So this is, oops, hit the camera there. So the dimensions here, this is 3 by 4. So what I did was I took a digital and I glued it to a 4 by 6 index card and cut it in half. And then I cut down some regular printer paper and I poked some holes in and put a bow on it. And this is something that you can put inside here. And you can use the sticky side. You can make a flap. Sorry, you can use the sticky side. You can make a flap for your journal, and then pull out your notepad. Okay, the next simple project is just doing some layering. So I've cut some things down and I'm just going to layer these things onto the envelope. All right, like so. And this one's a little specimen theme. So let me get that glued down and I'll be right back. So this one is very simple. Again, just layering things on top of each other, and you can place, so you can place, here I have another postcard, and you can place things in that, and you can place these in a pocket of your junk journal. So the last thing that I did was very simple, and let me bring that over. So here is the last thing that I did, and I just simply did some stamping on it. I am not going to add any labels on it. I actually like it as is. So let's round everything up that we did today. And again, the theme was just keeping it simple using coin envelopes. Okay, everyone, give the video a like if you liked it. Encouraging comments are always welcome, and take care. Bye. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.